Laura Kanusu, that when we convene here, we convene to discuss pertinent issues, matters of concern about people out there. That's actually true. And this matter is about people. This matter about Dr. Kizza Besigye, about NUP supporters, about Karamajongs, who are represented by the Honorable Nakut Faith, who have been held for donkey's years by the General Court Martial. I think that those people matter. I thought that the people that Honorable Nakut represents matter. And that's why we are discussing this. Honorable Speaker, I have a question for the Attorney General. For the Minister for Justice and Constitutional Affairs. Honorable Speaker, the Minister for Justice and Constitutional Affairs has given an update to this House. He has said, firstly, he was party to this matter because the Attorney General appealed this matter in the Supreme Court. The Attorney General legally is supervised by the Minister for Justice and Constitutional Affairs. So in effect, the Honorable Norbert Mao was in court through the Attorney General whom he supervises. He's given an update here, but which update I think is partial. It's incomplete. He has told us something that excited me a little bit until I didn't hear the end. He said that all entities, all the authorities who are meant to act on the Supreme Court order are doing what they're supposed to do. That excited me. Challenge is that he left it hanging. Who is doing what, Right Honorable Speaker? I think that update is important for us to know what exactly is happening. Because the paradox is this. While the Honorable Norbert Mao is telling us here that government is doing all that it's meant to do to implement this court order, the head of the executive, under which Honorable Norbert Mao works, has said that the Supreme Court made a mistake and is lambasting them. I have been watching a bit of what's happening in Chotera. The Chief of Defense Forces has said, General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, the one who is promising to behead people and to hang them and so on, he has said that what the Supreme Court ordered is problematic and they are going to discuss it in the High Command to determine what to do. Now that's the paradox. I don't know what Honorable Mao is talking about in saying all the government entities meant to act are acting, because the head of the executive is saying no. The Chief of Defense Forces, who supervises court martials and so on, is saying no. So maybe if he could complete that update, saying everyone in government, every entity who is meant to do what they're meant to do is doing it.
Thank you.
Who is doing what, Honorable Minister?
Thank you, Rob. Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I think this debate is a healthy debate. When courts make decisions, there are those who are happy and there are those who are unhappy. There are those who disagree with the court decision. My main point as Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs is to insist that is the duty of everybody to respect and abide by the court decision. That does not stop you from disagreeing. You can even, if you don't like driving on the left, you can keep driving on the left while holding a sign saying it is stupid to drive on the left. You will not be arrested, provided you are driving on the left. So, that means you are disagreeing. You are disagreeing with the law, but you are not disobeying it. As Minister for Justice and Constitutional Affairs, I can tell you, it is not illegal to disagree with the law. It is illegal to disobey the law. Our laws put the Supreme Court at the apex of our judicial system. And I said that point. But of course, that was not enough, Mr. Speaker, for the Honorable Semunju, because he must associate Mao with what he calls the junta, because that gives him great pleasure. That I'm now a monster, I'm an oppressor, and that's how he will earn his next term in Parliament. So I'm glad. I'm glad you are cooperating with him to make sure his people see him on TV battling this monster which has now swallowed Mao. And that is part of the drama here. Now, Mr. Speaker, sir, as far as the president's statement is concerned, it was extremely balanced. The president acts advisedly. The president said there are aspects that he liked. He said that he believes that it gives an opportunity for some reforms. There are those who believe that civilians should be tried in military courts, and they are Ugandans. The court has said no. And the court has also said that the UPDF Act collides with the Constitution. Now, those who are talking about the CDF, who has been speaking in Chotera, the CDF knows the mandate of the UPDF. I am sure the most important organ of UPDF is not the court-martial. We have battles on our borders. That's the real mandate of UPDF. We cannot reduce the UPDF to be a court. In terms of even percentage, the people who are even tried in the court-martial have become prominent because of the case of Dr. Besigye. Now, Mr. Speaker, it is erroneous for anybody to think that what the Supreme Court said was a release order. The court does not say, I have freed, because the case hasn't been heard. They are only saying, bring it before the proper court so that we hear the case. So we should not misguide the population, Mr. Speaker, by exciting them that now it is a release order.
Minister,
I would like the lawyers for Dr. Besigye to do their job. None of us is in office to fight the Supreme Court. If the Supreme Court does something and says that these laws are colliding, we do what I've called will alignment.
Minister,
I have nothing more to add to that.
Thank you.
I just want to call upon colleagues, put aside your political lens when you are discussing this. If the evidence is there, it will be presented before the civilian court. That will also be a trial. But now you are misleading the public to say the court has said, now these people are free.
Thank you.
But the Supreme Court did not hear the case. So how can they determine it?
Thank you. Now,
it is a shame that honorable members can misguide the nation like that.
Thank you. Now, for clarification, Honorable Minister, for clarification, I don't cooperate with any member to finish you here. Because when I'm giving a member an opportunity to speak, I don't know what they are going to speak. They are members, and so I think it is unfair to say I have cooperated with Semuju to swallow you. That's unfair, Honor.
Mr. Speaker, the Honorable Semuju has more than his fair share of airtime here. And that's why I said you are cooperating with him.
Okay. There is no one on the floor. That's a problem I have. Honorable Minister, I just want to put it straight. Whether I give a member a lot of time, I don't know what a member is going to say. Honorable Mao has not been coming here very often, okay? Has not been coming here very often. If it was Badyomunsi, Honorable Badyomunsi, but that's what I wanted to put on record, that I can never cooperate with a member here to finish another member. No, that's not how I work. But he's the one who raised the issue. That's why I allowed him. Number two, honorable colleagues, Parliament here, whatever we submit on should be concluded into resolutions. That's what is implemented. On such a matter, we are not going to make any resolution. We cannot make any resolution on this matter. So this is the matter. I've closed it. I leave it to the parties to the case to handle. Honorable Minister, please read your statement. Procedure, Honorable Dur.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Mr. Speaker, sir, I want to beg your indulgence. When we come to this House, we raise issues and expect responses from the front bench. I want to update the minister who was not available, the background why he was asked to come here. The prisoners who are on remand, and it's not only Dr. Besigye, many of them remanded by the court-martial. The procedure of remand is that you are remanded for a specific period of time. When that remand warrant is sent to prisons, it's said you are remanded until 28th or 29th of this month. So when that remand period comes, you are expected to come back before the court for the court to try you or to issue a new remand warrant. So the background that we wanted the minister to clarify here is that the Attorney General had informed us that the court-martial had ceased to operate in respect of the matters that were declared by court. And the question we were asking, under what arrangement now are the prisoners being held? So that, because this is not only about the Dr. Besigye and Obed, there are many others. So the minister was supposed to come and inform us of the new arrangement, because any person held in prison with illegally offends the Constitution. So
the member is on procedure. That's the problem. I can't put procedure on procedure. Honorable, please. Honorable colleagues, please. Okay? I know what I'm doing. You might think I'm very lenient, I'm being very lenient, but I know what I'm doing. Please allow me to do my work here.
I'm concluding, Mr. Speaker. So the question that remains for the executive to answer is, we have this number of prisoners whose remand period had expired, and they are now being held in prison unlawfully. Under what arrangement? The answers would expect maybe there was an arrangement made and they were charged and we are not aware. They should explain to us, because the Constitution does not allow for anyone to be held in prison unlawfully. And we submit that those who are in prisons now without a valid warrant are being held there unlawfully. This is what the minister should clarify to us.
Thank you. Now, honorable colleagues, and this is what I told you. That's why I said, if really we want these people released and an action taken, the law provides for all this. The aggrieved parties. Because here, the minister can only come and make whatever he makes, and maybe we even say, minister, they are here illegally. But this is not, it does not release them. So the parties to the case are already moving. Let's give them a chance. Let them do their part. Okay? Let them do their part. Honorable colleagues, this matter is closed. This matter is closed. Honorable Minister, present your statement on the EC updates. Under what rule, Honorable Zake? Procedure? No, Honorable Rule 78 of our Rules of Procedure requires, if you stand up on procedure, you state the rule. That's your own rules. Honorable Minister, please present your statement.